Jamie good with the first. Alessandra good with the first. 1 rep remains for each of them. Jamie back on it and unable to catch it. May have rushed that a little bit. Well, this could set the tone for the entire weekend in competition.
Yeah, this is definitely going to set the tone, and it's going to set certain momentums in a certain way for certain people mentally. I mean, it's always great to come off of event number 1 with the win.
Underway with Heat 4 of 4 in event 1 of 7 this weekend. 10 reps at 135. Started off and whoa, that's a surprising misstep in gray and white. Brooke Ence missing her first rep.
And I'm thinking that's going to be meat jitters right there. That's all. It's early enough. She is getting a little bit up on her toes, which is kind of uncharacteristic for her. But again, these women, they have to relax. You know, it's not about like trying to get 4 or 5 minutes on this. It's about winning here in California. It doesn't really matter what happened in the other regions.
Near side of the screen, Rebecca Voigt. We talk about Invictus' streak. She's got that 8-game appearance streak on her own. 1 game's appearance for Brooke Ence, but what a special appearance it was last year, winning 2 events in a rookie year.
Well, and it was the strength type event, and so here we are in another in the strength type event for the regionals, and you know she's going to be super powerful. And she's going to put on a big show.
Lane number 1, Alessandra Pichelli, the first athlete to move the bar to segment number 2, doing so in under 1 minute for those first 10 reps. Closely behind her, Colleen, Fotsch, Christine, and Dolly. We talk about the breakthrough athletes. There's 2 of them right there.
Yeah, you know that they are knocking on the door. They want to show that they're supposed to be at the big show with these other ladies. Alessandra Pichelli, you know, she's been at the games. She's been kind of I don't want to say a dark horse, but you don't hear much about her that much anymore. She's been very, I don't want to say silent on the social media tip. But, man, they put a barbell in her hand. She's been doing pretty impressive so far.
We're definitely in that final heat of athletes, all 10 clearing that first 2-minute window in under 90 seconds. On to 8 reps at 145 pounds. Everybody chasing down Alessandra Pichelli, who's now got 4 reps remaining on the very top side of the screen. Three reps left for Pichelli, 5 remain for Andali and Fotsch in the lanes next to her in lanes 2 and 3. That's Colleen Fotsch in black and white in lane number 2.
Right here, Jamie Hagiya. 1 rep left to go in this weight. Now, here's the thing with Jamie. Very, very good athlete. Just overall, extremely athletic. Blew her Achilles out here back in 2014 and has been trying to make her way back. She was real impressive last year, was very close to making it, but she's fully recovered now, and this is going to be a great event for her. Doesn't have the highest 1-rep maxes necessarily, but her capacity is insane. This girl just grinds, and she's very, very, very good at pushing the limit, and that's what she needs to have in this particular event.
Former pro basketball player in Europe, Jamie Hagiya, working through 6 reps at 155. She's been joined by Pichelli, Fotsch, and Dolly. Lauren Fisher, we haven't mentioned her yet, and Chyna Cho.
Now, I'll tell you what, Brandon, I'm seeing names that I wouldn't expect to see up in the front and some that are hanging in the back that is shocking me right now. As we see kind of taking up the rear, Brooke Ence is slowly making her way up, and I'm not sure what happened there. As we were watching the other girls up in the front, watching Jamie, watching Colleen as they're making their way to the front, I'm not sure if Brooke was missing a handful of reps or if there was an issue somewhere, but this is not something we would normally see from her, especially in a heavy lifting event.
When we talk about seeing everybody in the back of the pack here, we can say that because everybody's still in it. All 10 athletes have beaten the 4-minute checkpoint. They're all on to 6 lifts at 155. And this is where we're starting to see a few more misses than we've seen in the first 2 segments.
Well, the one thing I will say is maybe Brooke just decided she wants to actually pace this a little bit more than everyone else. So she's really slowing down, knowing that she can make this weight. You know, let everyone else kind of go and just kind of do your own thing.
On to segment number 4. Alessandra Pichelli has retaken the lead. It's her and Jamie Hagiya on to 4 reps at 165.
Jamie doing really, really well on these lifts. She's been working very hard trying to get through that Achilles recovery, but just looks so explosive.
So smooth on these lifts. Unbelievable speed underneath the bar. The battle continues between the game's veteran and somebody looking to make their first appearance as Pichelli and Hagiya continuing to battle this out. Colleen Fotsch is moving into the picture as well in lane number 2. She's been hovering along that lead for most of this event. And it's basically a dead heat.
Wow.
Moving on to this final segment. 2 lifts at 175.
And again, you talk about that time that Cara Webb had, that it seemed almost unbelievable, but they're right in that realm. I mean, we're within a minute of that time if these ladies hit those 2 lifts.
Keep in mind, Sarah Hopping Estrella, 6 minutes, 52 seconds, the time to beat here in California. The next time finished was Molly Vollmer at 9:10. So there's a big window between first to second provisionally here as we hit heat number 4. Jamie good with the first, Alessandra good with the first. 1 rep remains for each of them. Jamie back on it and unable to catch it. May have rushed that a little bit.
Went to the toes. She's got to stay flat. She can't rush these lifts. You got to stay calm.
It's the game's veteran presence that wins out. Alessandra Pichelli wins that neck-and-neck battle. 6 minutes and 40 seconds. Jamie Hagiya in at 6:46 unofficially. They'll take first and second in the event. Colleen Fotsch will take 3rd in the heat. That'll be good for 4th in the event at 7 minutes flat.
So I have to say, very impressed in this particular heat with Chyna Cho. We talked to her earlier. She was not really excited about having to go overhead, and with these movements and with this weight, but is doing really well. But where I'm shocked is right there in your screen. We have Lauren Fisher in the black and white sleeve t-shirt, and then in the right in front with Brooke Ence. I would have expected her to be more in the lead at this point.
Definitely went with that pacing strategy because that's the final rep for Brooke Ence. No, she left the lane a little bit, had to go over the bar. She'll make that back up. 7 minutes, 40 seconds for Brooke Ence. That'll get her a top 5 finish here in event number 1. Probably not the ranking she wanted in this event, but a great job coming from behind after a slow start.
Yeah, again, it had to have been a pacing effort. That had to have been what was going on, what her plan was in that particular event. Every other time we've seen her have to go with the heavy barbell movement, she's able to really cycle it and really get going.
4 athletes have completed this event. 5 athletes remain on the floor. Only 1 was unable to beat the 6-minute checkpoint. That was a couple of minutes ago, Chelsea Grigsby. So she's the only one that will be eliminated throughout the entire process of this event. Aside from anybody that wouldn't hit the time cap, 5 athletes left on the floor. Lauren Fisher on the bar with 2 reps remaining. There's her first at 175. No shock there.
Now listed with Chyna Cho right on the right-hand side of the screen, the white tank top. Her listed 1 rep max is 170. So this is 175 after just doing 28 heavy snatches. And there's 1. Possibly a PR. What do you think?
Fisher good with 1, Cho good with 1, and Dolly in the red shirt was good with 1. There's Lauren Fisher. She'll be the first in this group through with 2, and she'll take 5th here in heat number 4 at 9 minutes. Still ahead of that 9:10 for Molly Vollmer, which is going to enter the picture in 3 seconds. Christina and Dolly onto the bar in red and white. Her first year here in California out of Canada East. She'll miss. Becca Voigt with 1 rep remaining on the near side of the screen. She's underneath it, and the quest for 9 straight games appearances is alive and well here after event 1.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Okay, you would not put a strength event necessarily in Becca Voigt to do that well, but man, that was a huge effort for her, a great finish for her, and what a way to start that advancement into that, hopefully, that ninth show at the game.
Keston Mendoza in red and blue finished this event at under 950. She'll move into the 9th position in this event, as Chyna Cho was unable to lock one out. She's left on the floor with Christine and Dolly, as there's 1 minute remaining, each of them with 1 rep left at 175. Neither of them able to stand that one up. Amazing. We went from 3 women in the first 3 heats able to defeat this workout. Now we've got 7 in heat 4 alone. So far, there's still 30 seconds remaining. Time for about 1 lift for each of them to finish this up. 1 successful lift at 175. All that stands between Chyna Cho, Christine, and Dolly in the finish of event number 1.
Okay.
Neither of them able to get underneath it. And with 5 seconds left, that will end the event for them. But 7 athletes able to beat the 11-minute time cap here in heat number 4, all led by your California regional winner in event 1, Alessandra Pichelli.
Wow, there were so many people that were saying that the weight was too heavy, it shouldn't be that heavy for the individuals, or who's going to be able to do that amount of weight, and look what we just saw in that heat. Real impressive.